Just do some of this too. I love this stuff. This shade is just, I'm obsessed with it. Guys, welcome back to the Clean Beauty Code. I'm so excited for this video because we're talking August Clean Beauty favorites. And I'm very excited because that means September is here, which means it's basically fall. And I'm a fall girl. Love fall. I know I'm so basic, but I love fall so much. And I'm so excited. Don't get mad. Okay, don't yell at me. I know I'm crazy. I already have some fall candles out. I know. I'm doing too much. I'm doing the most, but I just love fall. And I'm not really a summer person. I just don't like the heat. Heat doesn't really jive well with me. So I'm very excited for fall this year. Anyways, I digress. Let's get into the video. So if you're excited for this video and more videos like this, then please like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into my August Clean Beauty favorites. August favorites, let's jump right in. First favorite, a Micole setting powder. I love her so much. I have backups, but I am currently testing out some powders to see if I can find a good replacement for this. I just got the Cali Ray Beauty, their new setting powder in, so I'm going to try that out and see how I feel about it compared to this. Love this powder. The next, another product I have multiple backups for, the LYS Beauty Setting Spray. I love this. It's incredible. It just melts all my makeup in. It kind of just... everything just fuses together in the best way, and I cannot live without this. Again, I think I have 2 backups of this. There's nothing worse than running out of a favorite product, but also sometimes I forget stuff places, so having a backup is a must. Then for brows, back on my Westman Atelier Brow Pencil Kick. I've been just loving this. I've also actually been really liking filling in my brows with kind of a more gray tint, like powder. It doesn't have to be a brow powder or anything, but just something that kind of creates a shadow. I've also really been enjoying doing that, not with any particular one, even though I definitely want to find just like a designated brow powder that I really like. It could be an eyeshadow to fill in my brows with, because I'm kind of right now experimenting with tone. But when I'm not filling in with a kind of more gray tone powder, I've been really liking the Westman Atelier, their brow pencil. I wear the shade Bargain this. This is just the best. I love it. It's really good at just filling in my brows. The pencil lasts all day on my brows too, which is great. And I love that the spoolie, it just kind of twists in so it doesn't get all nasty and funky, and you have to worry about losing the gap. Now we're going to move on to complexion, and I've been using the CL, their Tint and Protect, a ton this month when I am wearing kind of face makeup, even though I've been having a couple breakouts. So I've been trying not to use too much complexion products because my chin specifically, you can probably tell, we're breaking out. And I can't, one of the acne marks I can't even really cover because, you know, the ones that are kind of juicy. I hate that, but you know, so I haven't been using as much complexion product as I normally would just because we have a situation happening here. But when I have been using complexion, I've been going with this. I do about 2 to 3 drops and blend it usually with my fingers. And I just love it. It's great. It has an SPF of 50 and wait, does it make that up? No, 50 in it. And yeah, I just love it. Okay, so then for concealer, we've had a couple depending on what we kind of needed. So for acne marks and also just, I had a little bit of hyperpigmentation. It's pretty much faded now. I've been going in with the CL, their concealer. I love this. I wear the shade 13N. Yeah, 13N in this. This is great. This is the best. If you have acne marks you want to cover or even acne, this is incredible. This is my favorite liquid concealer for covering acne marks and hyperpigmentation marks. It is just so, so good. Then for under the eyes, I've been grabbing 2. One, I've been using more on the latter half of the month, and The other one I was using kind of more at the beginning half of the month. So the one at the beginning half of the month, the Tower 28 concealer. I've just been loving this, you guys. And this one is in the shade NoHo, I believe. I also have another shade, but this one I've just been loving. And it just kind of melts into my under eyes and just looks really good. It has nice medium coverage. It doesn't crease on me. It is really good. Really, really good. I've been loving it. And then for the latter half of the month, am I using that correctly? I think I am. For the latter half of the month, I've been obsessed with the RMS concealer. Oh my God. I did a review on this, so if you want to see my full breakdown of what I feel about it and try on and all of that, but this is so incredible. It's so good. And you know what I love about their concealer range is that they have olive in there. And I have kind of a neutral olive undertone. And I always have to kind of go with warm neutral. Because I'm not really fully, like, I'm not cool. I'm very neutral, but I can't go with stuff that's used too cool because then it looks too ashy on me. Something too warm can usually look a little bit too yellow under my eyes, or a little too orange, but olive is perfect. And this is incredible. This is an incredible shade match for my skin tone. And it doesn't crease. And it doesn't make my mascara run. It gives me great medium coverage. I really like this, and a lot of you, after the video, when I was talking about this, a lot of you messaged me and also left comments in the video saying that you have also been loving this concealer and you went to go get it after that video, and you have just been also so impressed by this. It's just, she's a good one. Then for when I wasn't really wearing complexion products, but I just wanted a little bit of something, something. The Westman Atelier, their illuminating drops. What's the full? They're super loaded drop, I believe. Yes, liquid super loaded drops. I've been doing a mix of both the shade Peau de Pêche and Peau de Soleil, and it just gives me the most beautiful, flawless complexion. And a lot of the time in summer, I don't really like a lot of complexion. A lot of the time I'll just go in with something like that because I get sweaty. And then everything's just a mess. So using something like that instead of going on with a full complexion product or even skin tint, something like that, it has been just great. Then for bronzer, this month I have been loving the Westman Atelier, their contour stick in the shade Truffle. I really, really like this. It just gives me the perfect bronze without overwhelming, because I feel like a lot of the time bronzers can overwhelm and do a little too much. Sometimes in studio lights, stuff looks a lot less intense because studio lights kind of make everything kind of look toned down, if you will, so it doesn't look quite as intense as it does in person. But sometimes when I wear bronzers, it's like, okay, doing a little bit too much, looking a little too bronzy. And this is kind of the perfect shade for me, and like when I'm wearing something a little bit more dark, like a darker complexion product on my face to kind of match my body, that still works. It's great. Then for blush, we've been grabbing a lot of blushes now that I'm looking at it. Okay, so for kind of the more cream blushes, you guys, I can't stop using these. I have a problem. The Sochi cream blushes, these matte cream blushes, incredible. And I've been layering these two shades. So the first one here is the shade Speakeasy. It is so absolutely stunning. And then on just like the apples of my cheek, I have been doing this shade, the shade Berry Smitten. And this combo, I'm in love. These two together. So this one I kind of use as the base blush. It's almost like a shadow blush, and to kind of be just a little bit of flush without being too much. And then on top of that, just on the apples of my cheeks, I've been going with the shade Berry Smitten, and it is just the most beautiful combination. And then it doesn't feel like Berry Smitten is so stark and intense because I laid down the shade Speakeasy as kind of a shadowy shade. It's a good tip if you want to use something that's more intense. Using something, a blush shade that's kind of more of a shadowy shade underneath. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't know who I picked that technique up from, but I know it was a makeup artist. But was it Mary Phillips? It doesn't matter. That technique is really, really smart for just making sure that blushes you're using that maybe are more intense don't look kind of so stark because you have that kind of shadow shade underneath. So I'll do Speakeasy kind of all the way kind of up on my face, and then just Berry Smitten on the apples of my cheek, and then it doesn't look so stark, if that makes sense. It's a really good tip. Anyways, then for powder blushes, I've been using a lot of powder blush now that I think about it. So first, the Bare Minerals, they're bronzers in the shade Kiss of Pink and Kiss of Mauve. These two I've just been loving together, and they're just, you know how I feel about these blushes. The bronzers from Bare Minerals, they're just everything. And it's specifically the powder. I do like their liquid one or their more cream one as well, but the powder ones still just are my favorite. But I also prefer a powder formula over a liquid cream formula just because they last longer, but these are my fave. Then when I'm not grabbing those and I still want something with sheen, God, the Ilia powder blush, I have a problem. The powder blush from Ilia, their soft blurring blush, is incredible. This is in the shade Wonder. I do have one other shade that I want to show you guys in a video coming up that I've also been, it has me by the neck. Like, I'm so obsessed with it. This is such a beautiful formula. And of the two, of the Bare Minerals bronzer and the Ilia, their soft, what is it? Their soft focus blurring blush. I've been grabbing the soft blurring one a little bit more, but it kind of just depends on my mood. But I love this. And this is in the shade Wonder. And it's a really pretty shade. And I feel like if you like warm tones and also you want something that isn't super warm, but you also like cool tones, but you don't want something super cool, I feel like weirdly this shade would be a good one for you. Then I've also been, when I want something a little bit more matte, I've just been going with the Westman Atelier, their Baby Cheeks in the suede and sable kind of combo, and this is a good one for also doing the shadow. So I'll shadow with this shade here, which is the shade Suede, and then go in with the shade Sable, kind of more on the apples of my cheek. And I love it. This is a genius idea for kind of, I feel like more brands need to come out with shadowing blush shade options where you have one that's a little bit more of a, like a neutrally, looks like it's going to be nothing type blush, but it gives you a little something, and then a kind of brighter shade, even though this isn't that bright, but a brighter shade to go kind of on top. I think that would be really, really smart. And I want to make sure I mention actually what's on my nails. I did not grab it because I wasn't thinking ahead, but this shade from Dazzle Dry, I'm going to make sure to link it down below. It is the most pretty shade. I love a dark nail color. It gives me life, specifically on my toes too. I've been wearing this on my toes too. I used to be a white nail polish on my toes person for summertime, but halfway through summer this year, I mean, I do bright colors and all of that, but halfway through summer this year, I was like, I think I'm just a dark nail polish on my toes person year round. I just love it. And then it made me go, okay, well, it's time for a dark nail polish on my nails. And I just love, even though I've been picking my cuticles and I need to stop because they're all red and inflamed looking. Now we're going to move on to lips, and I have a lot of lip products. I'm not realizing that I've been grabbing a ton. So first, the Edam Lip Softening Balm. This one is in the shade Butter Mochi, but also I've been grabbing the shade Bisa Glaze a ton. I just love these. They just soften up my dusty crusties. They help just hydrate, keep my lips feeling and looking really like smooth and soft. Just amazing. And then Ola Hendrickson, their lip peptide, what is it? Pow Preserve lip peptide, but specifically in this shade, in this scent flavor, if you will. I have also their one in Cocoa Cream, I believe. That one is really beautiful too, but this one specifically is the best one. It is incredible, so hydrating, my lips love it. Then for another lip treatment that I've just also been, has me by the neck, is this one from True Botanicals. It's their overnight lip treatment. Is that what it's called? Pure Radiance Overnight Night Lip Treatment. What I will say is I have it like in my purse and stuff like that, and the writing is kind of starting to fade on it. You see? It's not a big deal, but it's just something that I want to make sure to note, that the writing does kind of fade, but I really like this. It's so hydrating. It has a nice pink tint to it. So when my lips are kind of looking dull and need a little bit of life brought back to them, this has been great. I also like to wear it not just at night, I like to wear it during the day. Then Rowan Beauty. I can't quit her. The Rowan Beauty, their liquid lip balm is, first of all, my favorite lip formula of life. Tinted lip formula, this is just everything. But specifically this shade Scout. I don't know. Should I put it on? I have other lip color on. That's fine. We'll just do some of this too. Oh my God, I love this stuff. This shade is just, I'm obsessed with it. And this going into fall, I love it. And I know that my favorite shade was Charlie, which they just have not got back in stock. Please bring it back. But since I can't be like grabbing that one anymore because I don't have a new one, I've been grabbing the shade Scout a ton, and this has kind of slotted itself in to a favorite. This shade is just amazing. Then for lip liners, I've been grabbing these a ton. So I've been grabbing the Sochi lip liner in the shade Speakeasy. I love this. It's so nice. I actually gave my mom, I had that shade, and then I also had one other shade that was a little light for me, so I gave it to her, and she's really been liking it. Then the Victoria Beckham Beauty lip liners in these two. So in the shade 04 and the shade 05. Just been grabbing these a ton. And then lastly on the lips, the Queen Lucia, their tinted lip balm. What is it? Their Hydra Balm. Specifically in the shade Noble Vine. I was wearing this on top of the shade 04 from Victoria Beckham Beauty, but now we have a whole combo on our lips. I have been loving it. This is just amazing. I really, really like their tinted Hydra Balms because it also smooths over stuff, but it gives you just enough tint, especially when you don't want to go full send with your lip color. And I really like it on top of the shade 04 from Victoria Beckham Beauty, their lip liner. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. Mascara-wise, Jones Our Beauty Mascara. I know you're sick of hearing about it. I love her. I'm wearing 2 coats on my top lashes today, and my lashes look really good for the fact that I feel like I have a lot of sparseness in my lashes right now. I feel like they look so good for the fact that they're usually, right now, the last, I would say month, they've been in kind of a janky place. Love this mascara. It's just so good. Then for lip liners, eyeliners, the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeliner in the shade Cocoa, and then the Jillian Dempsey eyeliner in the shade Deep Brown. Nope. Every single time I get the name wrong. Rich Brown. Both of these I've just been grabbing nonstop. I love them. They're both really nice and easy to smudge, which is great, but then also they set up really nicely. So I kind of get the best of everything with these two because you don't have to smudge them, but when I do smudge them, they just set up really nicely. When I don't smudge them, they set up really nicely and last all day. Then for inner corner highlight, I've been grabbing the Victoria Beckham Beauty eyeshadow stick in the shade Oyster. This is my favorite. It's just such a pretty shade. But it is just the perfect shade where it isn't too warm and it isn't skewing too cool where it's kind of too silvery, even though I do love a silver eyeshadow, but it's not too silvery. It's kind of a perfect shade. It's kind of that a neutrally shade that, I don't know, I'm just loving. Then for kind of creating shadow under the eyes, I've been grabbing two products a ton. The Ilia, their eyeshadow stick in the shade Fawn. I mean, I talk about this arguably too much, but I am just a really big fan of it. Look how pretty that shade is. It's the perfect kind of shadow shade that isn't, again, too gray. So it isn't too warm or cool. It's like the perfect neutral tone, which is kind of ideal. And then also About Face. You know how I feel about this. The About Face, their Smoke Stick. And this is in the shade Close But No Cigar. And I love this powder for under the eyes. And you can kind of see it's a little bit more gray than the shade Fawn. So layering them up is kind of just the perfect combo. I just love. And then for like a true eyeshadow, the Merit Beauty eyeshadow in the shade Mid-Century has just been one that I have been loving. It is just really pretty and it lasts all day. I have nothing but good things to say about the Merit Beauty. Their eyeshadows, their matte eyeshadows, they just like set up and don't move. And then another About Face, their eye paint, is that what it's called? It's their eyeshadow, but it's their, I believe it's their eye paint. And this shade, in the shade Fracture. Look how pretty that is. I hope you can see. It is just such a beautiful shade, and these do not move. When they set down, it's not moving. So if you have creasy eyes, these two products, the About Face, their eye paint, this is the glittery one in the shade, what is it? Yeah, is it Fracture? Yeah, Fracture. And then the Merit Beauty, their eyeshadows, their matte eyeshadows do not budge. So these are definitely worth checking out if you feel like everything always creases on your eyes. We're going to move on to skincare and hair care. First up, the Versed Body Retinol. I love this. And if you've been watching this channel for a while, you know that this product specifically has been the biggest game changer in my body hyperpigmentation that I get from breakouts. I had a few breakouts on my back and on my chest from just sweating, because summer I'm sweating out always, and this really helps clear it up. I literally used to have so much hyperpigmentation. It was literally my entire back, and it was so intense. And you know what? It's just annoying. Like, get out of here. The acne's gone. Why are you still here? And body hyperpigmentation, at least on my body, takes years to go away. And the Versed, their body retinol, helped clear it up so much faster. And it is incredible. I have nothing but good things to say about it. Then, underarms. The Kosas Sport Deodorant. And this one is in the green scent. I believe it's Serenity or something. Nope. I don't know what this scent actually is, but the green one, it's amazing. I don't smell. I put it on in the morning and then at night before bed because I sweat in my sleep, which is so rude. And I don't have to deal with being smelly. It's amazing. Then let's do hair next. For hair, the Crown Affair, their leave-in conditioner. I love this. And I usually do 1 or 2 pumps per side. Sometimes I'll put it on at night, but it's mainly during the day that I wear this. And I've just been truly loving this. It is so good. I actually did just purchase their new product that they just came out with. I believe it's their Bond Repair product that they just came out with. And I'm really excited to start testing that out, because I have a feeling I'm going to love it, because I love most Crown Affair hair products. There is one product that I'm kind of iffy about, but maybe I'll do like a Crown Affair dedicated video so we can talk about what I love and maybe I feel like could be a pass. Anyways, now we're going to move on to scalp. The Maya Chia, they're powerful. I just love. And this, after I shower, I spray this in my hair, rub it in. It doesn't make my scalp oily or hair oily or anything like that. And then I just move on, and I swear it helps keep my hair feeling and looking like good and shiny, and helps my hair grow. It's just overall 10 out of 10. I love that. I talk about it too much, so I'm not going to yab on, but You know I love that. Now we're gonna move on to kind of the face. So for retinol, I just love the True Botanicals, their retinol. I also really like the Maya Chia retinol. I got to get that back in stock once I use this up, but I really, really like this. It just sinks right into the face and it just, into the skin, into the face, into the skin, and it just, I feel like my skin has been looking really good since I've been using this. The Maya Chia one is also kind of, it gives me the same results as this one. And that one's more of a kind of serum-y, oily based product, but it sinks right in. So it doesn't leave your face looking or feeling oily. Then for face cream, I know you're sick of it. The Extreme Cream from In Beauty Project. I just love this. I usually do, I'll do like a pump and then put it all over my face, let it sink in. Doesn't take too long to sink in, and then go on with my makeup. I also wear it at night. This is incredible, and it hydrates my skin, but it doesn't leave like an oiliness to it, which is really nice, but it makes my skin feel really plumped up and hydrated. And it just kind of makes everything look good. In that same vein, the Extreme Cream Eye Cream from In Beauty Project, I've really been liking this. You can also just use the regular extreme cream under your eyes. I've done that before, but I really, whenever I do that, I just want to say some, depending, not all creams, sometimes I get a little bit of milia, so I tend to err on the side of caution doing that, just because sometimes I can get milia if I do a regular face cream under my eyes. It's not with everyone, and it's not with the extreme cream one either under my eyes, but sometimes I just go with an eye cream, even though I know really eye cream is just face cream that's kind of works under your eyes or is kind of repackaged a lot of the time. But this one is really nice and I don't get any milia from it, so I'm safe. But with the Extreme Cream, I also didn't really get milia, but I really like this. It really just kind of plumps up my under eyes and makes it look really, my under eyes look really good. Then for the fact that I've been breaking out on my chin specifically a ton this month, which also, like, how dare you? Stop. I've been using the Caudalie, their detox oil a ton. I do believe right now they're sold out, which also, get it back in stock immediately. I can't live without this. So I've been using this a ton, and I usually do a couple drops in my face cream during the day, but also mainly at night. I do a couple drops in it and I put it on my face, and it has helped kind of tone down the situation. And then tea tree oil. This one is the Body Shop tea tree oil, but just any tea tree oil would be fine, because I don't believe Body Shop products are sold in the US anymore, which, like, rude. But I really like this, and this really helps kind of tone, because some of them were massive and really painful, the ones on my chin, and I put that on at night and then it really like tones it down. So now I just have like a little bit of bumpies, but it's not anything dramatic. And I really, those two products changed my life in terms of keeping everything at bay. And yeah, that's it for this video. That is it for my August Clean Beauty favorites. I would love to know down below, what were you loving this month? Do you have any good book recommendations? I am currently on the hunt for a really good book. And I don't care really the genre. I'm not really like a history book person. And I'm not an autobiography. I kind of like fiction. Nonfiction, it kind of depends on the book. But if you have any good recommendations, let me know down below. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.